Stuck in Vermont.
Welcome to Stuck in Vermont, brought to you by 7 Days and sponsored by Vermont Tourism and Hotel Vermont. My name's Ava Salberger, and this here is Peter. We're at Vermont English Bulldog Rescue in Williston, where in 2015, 49 dogs were rescued, rehabilitated, and rehomed. Dogs like Peter.
Absolutely unbelievable what these dogs come back from.
Even after 2 years, when I go to pat Butter, she'll still duck.
She just wants to love and be loved. As cliche as that sounds, it's true. And it's true for all of these rescue dogs.
This week is the animal issue of 7 Days, so we're going to meet some adorable English bulldogs.
Bulldog. Oh, there's a bulldog. Oh, there's a bulldog. 5 times at night. They're on beer commercials, football commercials, they're on kid commercials. And then you bring them home and no one has told you what you're in for. Their health issues, behavioral issues, maintenance. It was a private rescue from 98 until 2015. Just couldn't afford to privately fund it anymore. So Karen said, you need to be a nonprofit.
It takes a whole army of like-minded people to make a rescue work.
The goal is to save dogs. They come from everything from puppy mills to abusive homes. People think we're married. We're not. Karen actually has a fiance that she sees occasionally. Oh, boy. So Peter was bred in Vermont. He ended up with some folks that basically locked him in a horse barn for almost a year. And he's sort of our mascot. He says eating is good, company is wonderful.
Oh boy, can you sit?
I have always liked the bulldog because they're so unique.
They're just comical by nature.
They just have such personalities and smushed faces. I know, they're always cute no matter what.
Slobber.
They snore like crazy.
They're just very low-key, eat, go out, do their business, sleep dogs. They're like elderly people. They want a day that is very predictable.
They're like big, heavy lap dogs.
These are not golden retrievers. These are not black labs. They require daily care.
When their health goes bad or they develop health issues, they're hugely expensive. They're very susceptible to eye issues. Allergy issues can go on and on and on endlessly. We're talking about vet care that runs usually in the thousands. We shouldn't be breeding them the way they're being bred. We should not be breeding them because they're cute and pretty and they make us laugh. Let's let them have a little longer nose. Let's let them be a little longer legged. Butter and Lou were surrendered to me and they were taken with 498 other dogs from a huge puppy mill in Ohio. They had lived their lives in cages. Their feet are deformed from standing on the wires, living in absolute squalor. And were so traumatized even after 6 months in this rescue that they were deemed unadoptable. They are on anti-anxiety medications and probably will be for life. When you're doing rescue work, it's a pretty dark world. It's heartbreaking. There are nights when I just sit at my desk and put a pillow over my head and just cried.
They're treated as money makers.
You know, and then as soon as they're not producing, then that's it.
We took her off the plane. The first thing we saw was that she had a ruptured eye and her whole abdomen was wide open. I have to sometimes befriend the very people who have abused these dogs in order to get the dog out of their hands.
Dawna called me and said she had just arrived home with 2 very stinky, smelly, sick dogs, and did I want to come over and meet them? I was here within 15 minutes.
When we first got Penny and Tilly, they couldn't walk downstairs. They didn't know how to walk through doorways.
She just had my heart, even though she was sick and she was smelly. And I ended up adopting Penny, and my best friend from high school ended up adopting Tilly.
See, what do you think? So she's been great. Has changed from no socialization to, you know, I want to be around you.
They're coming into their own. They're finally coming into their own.
What are you smelling here, honey?
So Hamilton actually came from Florida. He was living in one room.
And Dawna said, "Do you mind fostering Hamilton?" And then we got him home, and he's like the perfect dog. We both just love him so much. It's just like our little
laugh every day.
Yes, we laugh all the time.
Hi, you.
The owner passed away, and the dogs were actually in the home for about a month.
Well, he had to be completely potty trained as a 3-year-old, which was quite a task. He was afraid of everyone and everything. Every sound startled him. We've come a long way, and we've got a long way to go.
I think some people that walk into a puppy store don't give a second thought as to where those puppies came from. But if they could see the parents of those puppies and the squalor and the filth that those dogs live in, there's no way they would purchase a $3,000 puppy from a pet store.
Jackson, are you looking for a forever home?
So Jack was abandoned actually not once, but twice in Kuwait. He had a 15-hour flight. The pilot that flies for us picked him up in DC and flew him to Vermont. They're just great dogs, and they're doing the absolute best that they can. These dogs come back from the absolute most horrible circumstances, and they're lovable and happy and trusting, and we could all learn a lot from them.
You're my judge and jury. What do you assure me? What is the verdict? My fate is in your hands. If the charge is loving you, then I'm guilty, dear. Tell me that you love me too, and I'll have no fear.
You can find out more about them on their website, and we will get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Accept them the way they are and help them to.
You smelling my kitty, Buttercup? You smell my kitty from my feet?
Oh, you're so brave. Such a brave girl.
No, if you don't like your vet and
We're
want to
paying
support
for a
their
vet.
clinic, do not get a bulldog.